Hey guys, this is Ultima from S3R Gamers, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About. And right now we're going to talk about Nintendo and the NX. And also we're going to talk about why I feel a lot of the anger I've seen at Nintendo feels misplaced or misguided, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. So, for those that don't know, Nintendo pushed back the release of Zelda on the Wii U to March, and now they're also releasing Zelda Wii U simultaneously on Zelda for the NX. And there was a lot of people that seemed to be not okay with Nintendo's decision. Now, it sounds like this time the delay on Zelda, which has been delayed twice already, is not an actual development delay, but rather a choice to simultaneously release the newest Zelda game as a launch title. Sort of like what they did with Twilight Princess and GameCube and Wii. So the reality is, and you know, I frequent our Wii U a lot, and I feel like it's the general pulse you can get from people is people feel shafted by Nintendo. They feel like Nintendo's wrong for giving up on the Wii U. Because basically Nintendo has given up on the Wii U. The only games that I think are coming out this year, there's a Paper Mario. I saw Pokemon Snap in development. So that, and I think that's it for the most part. And obviously this year we had Star Fox, which sort of I think underdelivered for a lot of people. So, the reason why I feel like the anger is misplaced is because the reality is that as much as we love our gaming companies, Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, whatever, you know, these are businesses and they have to do what is best for them as a business. The reality is Nintendo botched the Wii U. Awfully. There's no denying that. I don't think Nintendo knows it. Their fans know it. Everyone else knows it. The Wii U launch was disastrous. They got a head start, and it amounted to nothing compared to the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. And their console was just severely underpowered that it wasn't easy to get third-party support. Which will also be a key reason why I think people need to understand something. Nintendo can't rely on third parties to sort of lighten the load because they just don't have any third party support for the Wii U. So because of that, any development that goes into the Wii U is directly taking out from bolstering the NX's lineup and developing new titles for the Nintendo NX. Because the reality is, no one other than Nintendo supports the Wii U. And Nintendo's done a fantastic job of supporting the Wii U because it's had some amazing games. It's had some amazing ports of old games. And they've done great. The Virtual Console is vast and amazing on the Wii U. It's great, and I love my Wii U, and it's been an amazing experience. One of my favorite consoles ever. And I think for the most part, when people look back on the Wii U, they'll see that Nintendo delivered some really great gaming experiences. Mario Maker, Super Mario 3D World, the new Pikmin game, a lot of people liked. Mario Kart 8 and Smash Wii U were both very good games. Bayonetta 2. Sorry. But anyway, the list goes on. There's other games that I wasn't necessarily as into. But heck, even the new Super Mario Bros. U was, in my opinion, was a good 2D side-scrolling Mario game. So, and who knows, maybe the other games that come out this year, Paper Mario, the Fire Emblem X Shin Megami Tensei relabeled Tokyo Mirage Sessions, this Pokemon Sap title that's supposedly in development, at least according to a page I saw on IGN. So, if that's wrong, blame IGN. Anyway, because Nintendo has to full-on support the NX by themselves, because quite frankly, they probably haven't built up a ton of good faith with third-party developers this generation so far, Nintendo just can't bother with the Wii U anymore. The Wii U is a failure commercially. Critically, it's done well, and it's really only complaints are that commercially they did an awful job of, one, distancing themselves from the Wii in a way that made it obvious to people that it was a completely separate system, and two, just general marketing in general. If Nintendo were to continue to support the Wii U, they would run into they would be forced to have a less impactful NX launch and NX launch window, because they'd have to use their own developers. Because of this, they have to just stop supporting it. And a lot of people are mad because, this year all Nintendo's going to talk about at E3 is Zelda, and now Zelda's not coming till March, so there's going to be no news on the NX at E3. And it just seems like that's it for the Wii U. Now, you can be mad at Nintendo for botching the Wii U, but the reality is you should have been mad at Nintendo for botching the Wii U a long time ago. Fact is, even though they botched it commercially, they still supported it with some good games. And if you really care about Nintendo as a company, you need to understand that they cannot rely on the DS, 3DS, and then the past success of the Wii to carry them forever. They need to continue moving forward so as to not be an afterthought in the gaming world. Now, luckily for them, with their mobile gaming being incredibly successful, and the prior system to this being one of the most commercially successful systems of all time, they're probably okay for a while. But if Nintendo just took that and rested on its laurels, what ends up being a few off years because of the Wii U's failures could be even greater than that. And so I think we need to, as fans of Nintendo, as gamers of Nintendo, accept, yes, you failed the Wii U. But if I want Nintendo to succeed, if I want Nintendo to move forward, if I want Nintendo to still stay its own independent gaming company and not go the way of Sega, they need to get started, and they need to go hard and fast with the Nintendo NX. And quite frankly, they just can't do that if they use too many of their resources. Because here's the thing, they also can't let up on the 3DS, because right now that's their main success. And because of that, that's all they're allowed to put. That's where all their extra resources outside the NX is going to have to go. Quite frankly, there's just not any room for the Wii U. Unless you just feel like Nintendo owes it to you for buying the Wii U to continue to support it for years and years to come, even at the expense of themselves as a company, then, well, kind of just a little selfish. And yeah, maybe as consumers, that's what we're supposed to be, because our money is what these companies use to profit and thrive. But Nintendo's giving me a lot, and I'm willing to take my experiences with the Wii U for what they were, be happy with it, maybe see what comes out the rest of the year, try to take that, enjoy that, and look hopefully towards the NX and hope that Nintendo has learned and they won't make the same mistakes they made with the Wii U. And so that's why I think if you're a fan of Nintendo, you need to be cheering them on for the NX, and you need to accept that the time of the Wii U is coming to an end. Now, maybe there'll be some backwards compatibility. Maybe, they'll keep the servers running for a long time, because I can't imagine a new Mario Kart and a new Smash are coming anytime soon. Although I guess Mario Kart might not take as long to develop it as Smash. But I'm looking forward to the NX. So I may come across as a fanboy here, but I do think the reality is that the Wii U cannot be saved. And at this point, if Nintendo wants to continue to be successful or wants to regain their past success, they just need to let sleeping dogs lie. And that means to finish up what they have for the Wii U, and after that, just sort of let it go. And hopefully the NX will be powerful enough that they can earn back the trust of third-party developers, so that Nintendo then in the future can work towards a new console, work towards a new handheld without having to only have themselves to depend on to provide games for their fans in their system. But the reality is Nintendo's the only one providing us games for the Wii U. So at this point, it's either pull the plug or, go halfway on the NX. And quite frankly, I'd rather them just pull the plug on the Wii U and go all the way forward with the Nintendo NX. Because there's no point. I wish the Wii U was more successful. Nintendo wishes the Wii U was more successful. We all do. But it wasn't, and it's not, and it's never going to be. But all we can do is look back fondly and hope that Nintendo moves well forward into the future. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I gave you a decent perspective, and I hope that I at least made my case well enough that you don't think I'm just mindlessly supporting Nintendo here. But my reasonings is that I want them to succeed, and I know that this is for the best. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.